Hello everyone, on behalf of Moja Ramesh Amiti's Health Tourism Company, I'm here with you again to talk about another medical treatment that the dear foreign applicants can opt for in Iran. I'm going to briefly talk about surrogacy. Surrogacy is a relatively new method of assisted reproduction, which is suitable for couples who want to have a child, but for different reasons they themselves cannot conceive it. So surrogacy basically is a legal agreement between the intended parents and the third party, which is a woman who is going to be the surrogate mother or the gestational carrier. Surrogacy occurs through IVF process. IVF means in vitro fertilization. In vitro means in glass, which basically implies fertilization out of the body. The upside of this process is that the intended parents can use their own genetic material, which means that the born child is going to be genetically related to the parents and not the third party. How IVF works is that the intended mother is going to have an artificial hormonal medication to produce multiple eggs, and then the egg is going to be retrieved from her body, and simultaneously the father's sperms are going to be retrieved. The eggs and the sperms are going to be put together in a lab in order for the egg to be fertilized by the sperm. And this way, an embryo is going to be created. When the embryo is created, the one or two embryos are going to be transferred to the surrogate mother's uterus, which is called embryo transfer. And from then on, the surrogate mother will carry the fetus for 9 months and carries the child to term, and is going to give birth to the child that is not genetically hers and is actually related, is the actual child of the intended parents. So this is basically what surrogacy means. It offers the hopeful parents the chance to have a child of their own, although they cannot carry the child themselves. Surrogacy is suitable for people who struggle with infertility, either of the parties in the couple, the mother or the father, or when pregnancy imposes health risks or dangerous or fatal to the mother. So, or they may have had miscarriages before. So when pregnancy is not recommended for the intended mother, surrogacy is the next best option for them. Who becomes the surrogate? The surrogate mother is a woman who agrees to this agreement to carry the child for another couple for 9 months, and there are conditions to becoming a surrogate. The surrogate mother needs to be psychologically and physically healthy. They need to have had a successful pregnancy before, and they need to be parenting a child, at least one child at the moment. The age is important. The surrogate mother needs to be between 21 to 40 years old, and that's about it, the brief conditions. We're going to talk about more about the conditions in the next session. Now, there are two kinds of surrogacy, a gestational surrogacy or traditional surrogacy. A gestational surrogacy is basically when the surrogate mother or the third party has no genetic relationship whatsoever to the child, which is the more common type of surrogacy, because it I'm going to explain the next one and then go for the challenges. Another kind of surrogacy is traditional surrogacy, where the surrogate mother is actually genetically related to the child. How? Through IUI process. IUI is an artificial insemination method, is a type, which means intrauterine insemination, which means that the sperm of a donor or the intended father is going to be implanted into the uterus of the surrogate mother, and her eggs are going to be fertilized with that sperm. So this means that a traditional surrogacy means the surrogate mother is the actual mother of the child born. This type of surrogacy is not very popular, as it imposes different emotional and legal challenges for the parents. So most people opt for gestational surrogacy, which is a legal agreement. Another categorization of surrogacy is compensated or commercial surrogacy, or altruistic surrogacy. In compensated surrogacy, the surrogate mother is going to be compensated, is going to be paid for being a surrogate. That means there is a fee for her side, and all medical expenses and all that is needed through the pregnancy period. Altruistic surrogacy is when the surrogate mother is not after financial gain, and she is just going to help the intended parents without any compensation. The surrogacy laws in different countries are different. For example, in some countries, only altruistic surrogacy is legal, and the laws of the legal agreement is different in various countries. What matters in this type of reproduction method is the legal agreement, because both parties, the surrogate mother and the intended parents, need to devise a robust legal agreement to safeguard their own rights. For example, the intended parents need to protect their right in case the surrogate mother does not want to give up the baby after birth, or in case she decides to abort the baby, and this applies to the third party surrogate mother too. So what matters in this treatment is devising a very strong legal agreement by both parties. In the next video, I'm going to talk more in depth about the process and the conditions and the prices in different countries and how surrogacy can work in Iran. Thank you for being with me. Hope to see you in the next video. I hope this information